Can you tell me my dog just died?
Hey, Charlie.
Well, hey.
Hey, Charlie. How you doing?
Maybe start off with like, hey, bud.
Hey, champ.
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ.
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. What's up? Is there
Do
something?
you have any peanut butter for lunch?
I had a whole lot of peanut butter. I'm actually
Well,
having a
you're
really
gonna have a
good
lot
day
of
having
extra
a lot
peanut butter because you can't feed it to your dog because it's dead.
What?
Hmm?
What?
Hmm.
I was gonna give him so much
Hey,
peanut
so
butter.
basically Michael Vick showed up to the door the other day.
Michael Vick?
Michael
Yeah.
Vick, the founder of Vic
The Vicks
Rubs.
Corporation? The Vic chest rub?
No.
Who's Michael Vick?
Bora, if you could search up Michael Vick real quick, or you don't have to.
He's
because
not
I can
Ian.
Tell you.
He's not. We don't have Ian right now on our.
Oh,
we
Borov, yeah, come.
Oh my
come on
God!
in.
Yes.
Borov's
Oh.
come. Yeah,
Oh.
Borov, come on in.
Come on in, Borov.
Borov has been producing the podcast.
He's been
the
doing a
whole time.
phenomenal
He's
job.
been doing a
Everyone, give it up for
phenomenal
Big
job.
Borov.
This is Big Borov.
Yes.
Borov,
everybody.
Real quick before you
Yes.
start talking, you forgot to turn the lights on. Again, this is like the second
How
time.
did it? I
in
mean,
a
does
row.
it look good?
I mean,
Yeah. So
yeah,
please.
it looks great. Yeah, we'll take care of the lights right now. How about that? How about that?
He's about to.
Well,
do
it doesn't
some,
actually look like they're coming
For our
on.
audio listeners, love you to death, and I realize most of Chuckle Week I haven't been saying.
Oh,
There we go.
Let's
Hey,
give
now
it
we've
up
got
for
some
let's give it up
nice
for
job.
Borov,
All right,
guys.
thank
Some
you.
nice hairline.
Thank you.
See, now once Borov entered the sphere, I mean, we all sort of lit up, literally.
Mhm.
I really, I
Yeah.
big
Yeah,
fan. Big
we
fan of Borov.
walked into the studio the first day of Chuckle Week, and I shook Borov's hand, and he goes, "Hey, I'm Chris," and I'm like, I remember this guy from somewhere. And then one of the coworkers walks in, and she calls him Borov, and I'm like,
He had, like,
a
his whole life.
PTSD, like,
Yeah.
It was like the
flash.
Ratatouille moment where he
Uh-huh.
flashes
A little bit of a
that
nod.
flash.
Yeah, it was weird because it's like you're plainly more famous than me, and you
Yeah.
recognized me, and I was like, "This is real weird." This
Oh,
is like
yeah.
meeting a porn star, and then they recognize you. It's strange.
They recognize you
happened?
from college.
Not recently.
Not recently.
Borov,
Oh,
you
that's-
slide down.
That's classic Borov.
A lot of them would come in at Machinima. It was a thing.
But you,
Well, yeah, I recognize Borov from Machinima.
Yeah.
Machinima Respawn.
Mhm.
which is very funnily, and we have to make a little bit of yeah, Schlatt needs to
Oh, yeah.
admit something to the
well,
audience
no,
here.
we've said this multiple
Admit
times.
it.
We've said this multiple
You're a
times. It's more
criminal.
of an homage at this point. which
Oh,
is what
okay. The only
Borov
reason why
said.
he's saying homage is because Borov gave him that out.
So
He
here's
gave
the
him that exit right there.
Machinima used to run a show called Inbox with Mr. Sark and C. Nanners and Hutch, and
Mhm.
more recently APL Fisher. But I say recently, I shouldn't because the show ended like 9
years ago. Yeah.
And Borov would often come on the show. They'd often
Yeah.
pull him aside and just drag him into the studio and tell him to.
Yeah.
You
It
know,
would be like an instant thing where I'd be like just eating my lunch, and then they'd kind of like come over and just like
Kinda
like
like
a
what
cop
happened.
grabs
Yeah, I was
you.
gonna say like what we're
Kinda
doing
like what's
right
happening
now.
literally
Yeah,
right
we're doing
now.
Or it's like
now.
you're minding your own business, like, all right, come in, you're gonna be on set. Okay, get ready. And they put a little hat on me, and then be like real
yeah.
tense, and then
Yeah.
they'd be like, okay, and now we're gonna do a bunch of rapid fire questions.
So we've got a couple rapid fire questions for you here.
Favorite color, go.
Red, I think.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Just
Oh.
a test. Just a test.
Yeah.
But yeah, Inbox was a question answering show.
Mhm.
And one of the questions that they were
like
asked one
NASCAR.
time was, would you rather have unlimited bacon but no more games, or games and no games?
Mhm.
Unlimited
Yeah,
games,
yeah.
but
And-
no
and
unlimited.
I think
games,
Schlatt
no.
sort of like embellished the actual statement a little bit. Like,
Well,
The
the thing
unlim-
is I would see this happen. Like Sark would ask that question, and people would melt down. They would like try to figure out, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like unlimited, but no games,
Have
but
you-
bacon, and they
have-
would just freak out.
Have you ever answered it yourself?
I think I
come on,
might
Boris.
have.
Or if we have
What's
a
it gonna
we have an
be?
inquiry for you.
Would
Go
you
ahead
rather,
and pose it.
unlimited
would you
no
ra-
games. Okay.
Would you rather
Let's get
have
there.
unlimited bacon, but no more games? Or
Or
would you rather
Or
have games?
unlimited games,
but no
but
more.
no
games.
games.
How much bacon?
Unlimited.
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 Let's
But
take
An
it from the
infinite
top.
amount,
All right,
potentially.
I'll
Okay.
go one more time.
Take it from
I
the
mean, is it
top.
ethically
For you,
sourced
Boris.
bacon?
Surely, Bora, if you'd answer this question on Big Thursday.
Yeah. Huevos con grande. Yeah, that's how we celebrate it out here.
Big bacon.
Did Borov just speak Spanish?
I think he just said.
Yeah, I think I said
Did you say
Huevos,
eggs?
huevos.
Big
what'd you say?
eggs?
Huevos
Hue-
grande.
huevos?
Yeah, huevos grande
Huevos
is big
Thursday?
eggs.
Yeah.
Huevos
Huevos.
grandes.
Huevos.
Jueves.
Huevos grandes. Yeah.
Huevos.
big eggs
Huevos
on
is
Thursday.
eggs.
grande.
Wait, is it jueves or it's huevos?
He said
Egg?
huevos. He said
Huevos.
huevos. I heard him say it.
Say this.
Egos.
Das ist gut.
What?
Say this.
What is this? This
Das
feels like
ist
it's
gut.
from something.
You were saying something already.
Say this. Say
Play with him. Go with it. Go
Das
with it.
ist gut.
Das ist good.
Mein
Mine.
Arsch. Geiger.
Here, I'll say it with you. Das ist gut. Das ist gut. Mein Arschgeiger. You say that?
Say that.
I don't want to say it.
Say that.
There's a trick in here.
No, come say that.
No, no.
There's
There's no
trick.
trick. It's a direct
Should
line.
I'll also say it. So it's das ist good.
Mein Arschgeiger.
Geiger.
Geiger. What does it mean?
You just said that is good.
My ass violin.
I had everything up until ass. I didn't know it was after that. It's got to be something good.
Another classic.
Yeah.
You know.
So I have
Ich
something.
bin ein Mann.
I have something you might be excited about.
Oh.
So remember that episode where I said I'm going to steal everything?
Yeah.
Of course he does.
Take a wild guess what I might have stolen from that set.
Are you actually surprised in Schlatt?
Open the bag.
Whoa, what?
No.
Open the bag.
Borif,
Open the bag.
I swear to God.
Open the bag.
Wait, this is
What?
actually really
This
cool.
is really happening. Open the bag. What's in there?
Das ist
I
good.
swear to
what do you
fucking
think's in
God.
there?
I swear to fucking God if this is what I think it is.
Yeah, yeah. Open it up, Schlatt.
Schlatt, you have to open it. I'm
you
not
gotta
touching
open
that bag unless you touch it.
Oh my God. It is.
What is it?
fucking is.
I have no idea what he's talking about right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Open it.
Holy
I knew
shit.
I knew when I was being fired, so I just went through and stole some shit.
This is the biggest Thursday you've ever had.
This is the
Holy
biggest-
shit.
This is
Yeah.
the biggest Thursday of my life.
Yeah.
You look so fucking happy. This is incredible.
Can you open the
It's-
fucking bag?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
him.
Open it.
It's him.
Open it.
It's him.
Yeah.
What is
That's
that?
not what I expected.
Oh, fuck, it's it. It's him.
Is it a
It's him.
tarantula?
It is a embedded
Oh,
tarantula.
Jesus
Can I see that?
fucking Christ.
Yeah. It's gross up close, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
You took that shit.
I did.
Borif.
Yes. I'm
This is a
thief.
real
I
tarantula?
cannot.
Yeah.
I honestly, that has made my entire week.
We
thing
need
is-
some context
That's
here. 'cause
wild.
This seems like something.
So what happened is this: Sark, he's like almost impervious to everything, but
Holy
he is
shit.
terrified of spiders. So somebody who was watching Respawn knew that. They sent it in without warning, and there's like a 10-minute thing of Sark where he just couldn't handle it. Like it was just sitting on the shelf. And I remember the day we kept having to restart because he kept it just kept freaking him out because he'd catch it in the corner of his eye, and it's a giant, terrifying tarantula.
We have to keep it. We're gonna keep it on the whole rest
Oh
of the
my
episode.
God.
We should have it
Wow,
on for
that
all
looks
the other
really
guests,
good
too.
right there, too.
It does.
That is
It's like he's
fucking crazy.
pouncing at the audience.
Schlatt, you're having like a real fanboy moment right
fucking
now. This is
awesome.
very
You
interesting
gotta
to
get
see.
Sark on now. Like Sark, if this
Sark.
thing goes somewhere, you gotta get on with these guys. They're fun. These guys have been nice all week long.
Did
like
you
no
say
joke.
if this thing goes somewhere?
Oh my
No,
God.
I meant, you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
because,
if we ever get
because
this shit
I'm
off the
on,
ground.
Yeah.
You know, Schlatt was
Surely,
saying no
sure.
views because
Oh, well, now it's
I
definitely
understand.
going
You know
Schlatt
what I
I
was-
was just saying that if Borif is on, like we're not putting Borif in the title. That's all I'm saying. Like I love you, Borif, but I mean,
No, I know. I get
you're
it.
not
Surely
pulling
you
any views with
understand.
the
I get it,
Chuckle
I get
Sandwich
it.
Audience, but you're pulling with me right now.
I actually
Like,
don't like the
shit.
spider when it's facing us. I think I like it when it's facing them.
You like this?
It's
You like seeing that? You like
it,
seeing that
up
guy?
close.
It's pretty big.
It's a lot. Like,
So
it's
for our
like-
audio listeners, love you to death.
Yeah.
I suppose I need to explain this. Borif has brought in a tarantula encased in
I
in
cannot
a
fucking
resin
believe
that
happened.
has significance to Schlatt in his childhood memories and his inspiration for wanting to be a content creator in the first place.
Uh-huh.
the
So
spider.
that's the significance
The
of
fucking
of,
spider,
of
the
what's
same
going
one.
on here
Uh-huh.
for our
Yeah, you're gonna have to
listeners
have
right now.
Sark on now. You're gonna have to do it.
I used to. Here's what I used to do. I had a job at a deli when I was
like the New York kid. Of course, he had a fucking
I
job
had
at
a
a
job
deli.
at a deli, and I used to sit in the freezer room behind all the drinks, where it was just a pile of more drinks and
Mhm.
stock each individual drink.
Right.
And I was there for hours
Sorry.
at a
You
time.
guys got really cold.
Hours at a time, yeah. And I would just be shivering in there with like a winter coat on. and I'd be paid $5 an hour. And so
That doesn't seem legal.
no. And so what I did to pass the time as I was stocking shelves was I downloaded every single episode of Machinima Inbox Respawn, and I would just listen to them over and over again.
Like audio?
Yeah, the audio. But I also, if I unlocked my phone, I could see the video. playing
Right,
too.
of course.
But
Yeah.
it was mostly just the audio.
Wow.
And I know most lines from the show.
Really?
Yeah.
You just have them all memorized,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if
How
you have
often
them
do you bust them
downloaded,
out
that's
without us
probably the
realizing?
only place some of those exist now.
I know because Machinima was just sold off to like Warner Brothers or something, right?
Yeah.
Was it Warner Brothers?
I can't remember.
Maker?
It's-
It was pro- it was
it was super
Maker or
weird.
something.
No,
Oh
it
my
wasn't
God.
Maker. I think they had an offer at one point for like $100 million for something,
Jesus Christ.
and they
Holy
were like,
shit.
no, more, and they kept going for more, and it just all fell through, and
Yeah.
like one of them went to jail, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that happened.
No, they
Yeah.
went to jail because they just wanted so much money.
No, before the podcast, I mentioned to these guys briefly. There's this dude named Steven Ciamprivo who was involved in the.
Is he Italian?
I don't know, maybe,
He sounds
Sounds like
Italian.
but college admission scandals. He's one
Oh
of the guys
right,
who
yeah,
went
we,
to
talked, we
jail
talked
for
about this a
jail.
little bit.
Yeah.
One of the guys who ran Machinima went to jail
Yep.
for fucking the college admission scandal. What a weird cross of worlds.
Yeah, they actually had like an actor who showed up and played him in the movie. So it was very strange. Like the 30 or 40 people, most of them small fry enough, nothing happened.
Yeah.
He was the one guy who got like an actor
got
that they
an
took
actor.
time to find a guy who
Wow.
was just like him.
That's
Jesus
wild.
Christ,
crazy.
That is
Oh my
wild.
god.
Well,
But
But yeah.
once Machinima got sold off,
Hopefully that didn't.
they
inspire you.
deleted everything.
Oh yeah, it sucked because it was like
Why?
it's just the rights. Like I had access to all that stuff, and I was like, while I was there, like outside of the Respawn stuff, I was actually like backing up everything. So I had this huge
wow.
archive of everything. And
Did
you
you
still
lose it?
have them?
nah, the problem is it's like it was in this giant thing behind my desk, and when they let me go, nobody else picked it up, so it was
Oh,
all
shit.
gone. So I have copies of stuff I was in, but a lot of that stuff's just gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
My mouth is getting dry with the spider
Uh huh.
on the desk.
It's
Your mouth
scary.
is
Does it make you
getting dry?
uncomfortable?
It's not that scary.
It's actually there's a reason.
No,
I,
it's not. It's not that it's making me
It's like-
uncomfortable. It's just that
It's
that's the
shriveled
spider.
up.
That's the fucking spider.
It's shriveled up. It's the spider. It's not.
That's
It's
the
not. It's
spider.
not just like a spider or a recreation of like it. This is
This is the
literal
Yeah,
part
yeah.
of
Yeah.
Schlatt's like
this is your childhood. spider.
childhood
Yeah.
media.
Yeah, that was the day. It was like I knew I was getting fired because it's like we'd gone through like 3 or 4 rounds of layoffs, and I went to that back office, and Sark and APL had already kind of like gone off to do their own thing.
Have you been like just
Yeah.
testing him throughout the week? Because you guys chat every now and then about like the Respawn stuff. Have you just
Mhm.
been testing to see how big of a fan he was?
I didn't know. Well, the first thing you guys said, I thought of that thing, and I was like, I don't know. Is it weird to bring it in? It's going to be kind of weird
No,
if I
that was
bring
really
it in.
that was really
That
really
was the
cool.
move.
Okay.
No, that
So
was
cool
that
of
was
you.
the.
Well, I'm
that
glad
was
it was
the
well
paper
received.
bag too.
Yeah.
You laid it down on the
Yeah.
table, and I was like, oh fuck.
Well,
I know.
actually, I have it in the paper bag because my wife hates spiders, so she
Oh.
kept finding it, and I kept hearing the
Hide it
scream,
around
and
the
I was like,
house.
oh, she found the spider again.
That's hilarious. What the hell?
Yeah.
What up, chucklers? It's Ted here talking about today's sponsor for the episode, Babbel. When you're traveling to a destination that you don't know the language, it can be challenging to accomplish even the simplest of tasks. I know firsthand one time I went to Spain and France and I didn't know a lick of either language except for hola. Thankfully, there's Babbel, the #1 language learning app. Through Babbel's bite-sized lessons, you'll learn new language skills that you can actually use in the real world. From greetings, menus, and directions to gaining a deeper understanding of the culture, Babbel is a travel essential. Babbel's 15-minute lessons make it a perfect tool to learn a new language on the go. Other language apps use that stinky artificial intelligence for their language lessons, but Babbel lessons were created by over 100 language experts. With Babbel, you can choose from 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology allows you to improve your pronunciation and accent. Right now, when you purchase a 3-month Babbel subscription, you will get an additional 3 months for free. That's 6 months, baby, for the price of 3. Just go to Babbel.com and use promo code CHUCKLE. That's BABBEL.com using the spiciest promo code around, CHUCKLE. Thanks for listening, folks. And now let's get back to the episode.
So you just stole it out of the office?
Oh yeah, I went
what else
back.
did you steal?
Oh,
No fucking way. He's got more shit.
actually, here's one you can take. That's the
the mic.
yeah, it's the mic.
The mic
That's
thing.
when Hutch was
Oh my
going fuck Borif. That's the one he was using.
No shot.
So
you want to
yeah.
hear something funny, Schlatt?
What?
I actually have from a past PAX, machinima fingerless gloves.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
What packs?
What?
which
Yeah,
packs?
I
You might
Like
have been to
the-
the one I was at.
Price
The
tag.
packs
I
that
have
the
them.
packs where you guys
Just
had the
gonna-
the
Yeah,
thing with the
absolutely,
thing
Chad.
hanging overhead,
So happy
like the
for you.
big
That's fucking
machinima
cool.
thing
Oh, okay,
with the
yeah,
TVs
yeah.
around it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I was probably at that PAX.
Really, we were at the same PAX.
Maybe, yeah. Were you in like
PAX East.
PAX East?
It was
Yeah.
I don't know what
2012.
like maybe 2013 I think.
Okay. Was that the one in Boston?
Yeah, I mean yeah,
Oh,
all
yeah.
PAX East are in Boston. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I probably was there
that's crazy.
running around with
I somewhere in my childhood home, I saw them when I was there last. I saw the machinima fingerless gloves. I gotta find them because they're hilarious. It's like they were just handing out these fingerless gloves to people, and
a lot of the stuff in Machinima didn't make a ton of sense in hindsight.
well, it was so funny because it was like the most. Even when in like 2013, I was like, this is ridiculous. It's like fingerless gloves is like gamer high speed. Like this is the best thing ever.
Yeah,
So
but no.
Yeah.
But no.
I mean, they did all sorts of stuff. It was crazy because it was like they were competing with Twitch. So it was
Mhm.
like for years they had like bigger
Machinima
booths.
was competing with Twitch.
Oh yeah, back in the day they thought they were going to like take Twitch down. They thought that
Did they have their own
Machinima was gonna be
website?
it. Yeah, machinima.com. They started out as like a forum, like a gaming forum. They got bought out by the Debevoise, turned into a massive company, had big
We're living in
buyout
the
of
bad
stuff.
ending right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Wow.
If anybody
No,
has, I know you guys are a comedy podcast. If you have any questions about business, about how Machinima worked, I'm fine talking about it.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
this
just
is
so
also
interesting.
cool.
I mean, machinima. It's one of those things where, for our audience, it's gonna be like it is definitely. I don't
know
really
who's gonna
care
know
though.
what
I don't
we're
really
talking about.
care.
I
Yeah.
don't really care though. This is
It's
so
very, very
interesting
cool.
to all of us.
Because like for the three of us, like
This is what we grew up
it's
on.
like it's one of those things where it's like with YouTube, there's like these. It's like generations with human beings, except it
Mhm.
comes in shorter waves. It's like 10-year sort of waves.
yeah.
So like Machinima came before us, like maybe a generation before us, but we were the ones who consumed that content at the time. So it's for us, it's very, very cool. But then there's probably people who are watching that in fucking 10 years,
Yeah.
before 2040, the collapse of just society in general.
Yeah.
Just-
Like you gestures over to me, like it's my thing that I'm causing.
I mean,
We're in the car.
this is something
like
that
when
you
Charlie
brought up.
causes the
We're
societal
in the
collapse.
car
of
That's a
driving
bit of a
breakfast.
sidebar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Charlie was like, total human collapse is coming. in
MIT
2040.
says total human collapse will come in 2040 is what he said on our way to
Yeah,
breakfast.
yeah, they were like Happy Big Thursday.
We're on
and
our-
I was
we're
like,
on
how
our
many
way
do we
to
have left?
breakfast, by the way.
Mhm.
Our first meal of the day. And
Most
Charlie,
important meal of the day.
Yeah, you got to start off your day with like a major apocalypse prediction. It's the important
Yeah,
thing.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And
We-
slash prediction, inevitability, guys.
Mhm.
we talked about a
Mhm.
lot too. We talked about how Bangladesh is going to be like underwater. Same with Florida.
11% of the land is going to be underwater by 2050 is the thing that I saw.
Well, I don't really care about Florida.
I thought you were about to say Bangladesh. and
Yeah.
For some reason, that sounds worse.
That would have been a Borat
I
moment.
think it's
Yeah.
okay to not care about Florida. Yeah, I don't know. Florida could go.
So
It could. It
thi-
definitely
it
oh,
really
this is
could.
for
Definitely
this is for
That's
like
a mic.
show.
It's
Yeah,
for
yeah.
It's a mic shield. Yeah, mic stand.
It's like when you
shield.
see the gamer reporters and they've always
Oh
got
yeah,
the little-
yeah. We're using these now. And we have all the lavaliers, but back in the day,
Right.
it was all like just had to hold your little microphone and do that.
It's all flashing me back. It's
Mhm.
so cool.
Yeah. What
That's
were some
awesome.
of the more questionable decisions Machinima made throughout your
Oh.
tenure there?
Oh man, we had a live stream where they brought in fire girls.
Fire
What is a
girls?
fire girl?
They're women who are, their job is it's the performance art.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's they
We're all going to be fire girls. in
eat
2050.
fire. They
yeah.
they spin fire.
fire.
It's
Yeah, it's all this acrobatic
The
stuff.
world's burning.
But the place we actually were doing live streams was this little like kind of rat trap room, and it had a lot of like exposed dry wood at the ceiling.
Oh.
So these ladies came in and they're like blowing like fireballs, and the ceiling is like singeing. I'm seeing like the cobwebs that are up there just like creeping back.
This is so funny too because I could just imagine Borif being just that like sort of silent observer that sees all of these things happen and seeing
Yeah.
all the problems with them, but doing and saying nothing and just enjoying the ride.
You picture
I mean-
yourself smash cutting like back of a police van with a trauma
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
blanket on.
Well, it was just
Yeah.
funny because like I'm seeing this happen. I'm like, oh yeah, these producers are gonna have a problem, and like somebody down the hallway saw what was happening on the live stream, and I just start hearing these like running down the hallway to stop the fire girls from shooting anything, and the
Oh
rest
my
of it was
God.
like
Oh
them
my
just
God.
whipping like rings around and doing that.
That's
but-
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, so for context for people who are watching, what was your like role at Machinima, and I mean, what's your general role right like here at Game Grumps?
Oh, well, I was a production coordinator here. There I was post-production supervisor is what happened. So I essentially was put into that position. I was handing out gear and all that stuff. I was a camera guy for Respawn for a long time. It was, a young YouTube company, so I did everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, towards the end, I was actually the guy putting the watermark on every video.
Oh, really?
I had automated my job. They didn't know for a year.
Nice.
That was all you did?
That's all I did for a year.
Oh, wait, how did you automate your job?
It was like you just drag the files into a thing and let it go, and nobody else at the company, like I kept telling them, I was like, guys, I've automated my job. I can do anything else. And they kept going, yeah, but you're so good at it. And I was
So
like,
they didn't understand what you were saying
No.
when you said you literally had
The
automated
little,
your job.
the little like machinima thing that
You're
swoops in at the
Yeah.
beginning?
You're
That's
so
you?
good at doing it with robotic
was
consistency.
you every time?
that was me. And I kept telling them, like, you guys know.
Well, it's
like,
the same file.
yeah, but
You're
I
the
was-
swooper?
Yeah, I was the swooper, but I
Oh
was
my
like, you guys
gosh.
can just put in like the lower third, like
times I
little
saw that
bug
swoop.
on it, like in
Yeah.
YouTube, because they supported that, and they were like, yeah, but people can download it and they can re-upload it, and we really don't want people like re-uploading Machinima's like important
That's true.
property.
You did put the watermark in the bottom right.
The little M?
Mhm.
Huge-
Aw.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about the
So
the annotations on every single machinima video. Why was there one that said "Eat this"?
Oh God. Oh God.
Every single fucking machinima video was polluted with annotations.
You know
just
what happens to
random
me?
annotations.
There are probably people watching this that don't know
even know what
YouTube
annotations
are.
were.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
kind of bummed when they got rid of them because it was what I
Oh,
used
yeah,
for
I
my
was,
end screens.
They're like little
Mhm.
sticky notes that you put on top of the video elements. So
Mhm.
now
Yeah.
it's like end screens. You used to put like a little box.
Right.
Yeah.
The end screens now look so much nicer than the annotations that
Oh,
YouTube
yeah.
used
They
to
were
have.
like
They
little
used
like they were like a sticky notes app. that you
yeah,
put on
they
top
used
of
to
your
be like
videos.
little
Yeah.
red or blue matte boxes. That
And they could only be boxes, right?
you
Yeah.
can only
do
be boxes,
circles,
and you
do
can only use
anything else.
Nope.
you could only use like one type of text too,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
like so
Yeah.
it was
You
like
could type
a
in it, you
big
could type in it.
box, and then in like the upper left it was like
Mhm.
follow link in bio for download, like if you're
Mhm.
looking for a tutorial or something
Yeah,
like
of
that.
course.
And all the old viral videos that used to go viral, they'd put them everywhere.
Yep.
Like I remember,
Mhm.
I was like a kid. I tried to show my friends Honey Badger, and like it kept popping, like all the Honey Badger merch. And I'm like,
How old were
"Everyone's
you
just
when
trying to-
Honey Badger
Honey
came
Badger.
out?
Me? Oh man, I wasn't a virgin. Um,
You're my favorite guest.
Old bud.
What a strange way to determine a
I mean, I was
understanding
older.
of time.
As if Honey Badger was the thing.
I
yeah, yeah.
wasn't a
That was the
virgin.
That was
moment I
the
lost.
song. That
yeah,
was the song.
I lost my my
that
was
innocence
playing in
to
the
Honey
apartment.
Badger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remembered it on the computer in the background as the lovemaking was happening. Yeah, yeah. Badger,
No, it's the-
mushroom,
no,
mushroom.
Honey Badger
It
was
helped
like
with
the
the
Honey
rhythm.
Badger don't give a
That was
shit.
The fuck
he had it on for the sake of rhythm.
Snake. Oh, Jesus.
Snake. You say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
This is
hilarious.
awesome. This is a great
So
podcast.
why
But
did they have
the-
so many
The
annotations
deal.
on
Oh
them?
my God, they had a marketing team there that was like 30 or 40 people. It was
30
crazy.
or 40 people? That's way too many
Oh
people.
my God, they had so much money. They were like buried in like capital funds, and it was like what is it, capital investment. So the deal is it's like all these guys who are business dudes, like you guys actually do YouTube, you're into gaming and all that, and you kind of get it. The people
Yeah.
who bought Machinima, they bought Machinima the name from like a forum where everybody was really into game stuff. And then they didn't really know what to do with it because these guys were like ESPN type dudes.
Oh, okay. So this is
Oh.
like a company that basically just buys up things and hope
Yeah.
that eventually they'll be able to turn a profit. They
Bingo.
just keep buying up
Bingo.
companies.
So what they had,
I know something very
Yeah.
similar to that happened recently,
yeah.
but I won't say.
So, but to answer that, what happened was that they were all trying to figure out how to like beat the algorithm at the time because
Ah.
they wanted it to go to like 1 billion views and they wanted to be able to sell. So
Very
they hired
cool.
this giant team, and their whole deal was just running spreadsheets. to figure out what the trends would be.
Their videos
Mhm.
look like a spreadsheet after that.
Yeah. So that's why it was. Like they'd have that. Like Bite Me was like a big series.
Oh, fucking bite! Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
What is
Eat
Bite Me?
this. Whenever you click on Eat
Uh-huh.
This, redirect it to Bite Me.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
Bite Me?
It's when you eat this.
When
They
you
had-
eat this.
Yeah. It was like this TV series they tried to do because they were like trying to do YouTube Red before YouTube Red was a thing.
Yeah, they had Machinima Prime.
Yeah. So they'd
Yeah.
throw like tons of money at these things, and then like they'd come out, people would watch them, and then it would go on. But it didn't really go anywhere, and that was the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that like there are certain shows that I see that seem like, I don't know, it seems like a lot of these things have sort of become what they're supposed to be these days with like, have you ever seen on TikTok, I've never watched it on YouTube, but the Actually show, have you seen that?
No.
Have you seen what I'm talking about?
Actually,
It has
is that something? Is that like a radio show? I feel like I've heard that.
no,
on radio.
it's it's the
I'm thinking of wait.
oh my
Don't
god,
Tell
who's the
Me.
D&D guy that we were talking about?
Dan Harmon.
No,
Spencer Crittenden?
no, Brandon.
Brandon Lee Mulligan.
Yeah, Brandon Lee Mulligan
love that
is
guy.
on it. He's on the Actually show.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that's like is it like College Humor?
I think it's part of College Humor or
Hmm.
something like that. It's like they seem to be doing that like very well.
the College Humor just started doing a lot of like shorts channels. I've noticed.
Yeah,
Like, I've
but
actually, like-
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
they-
feel it's
They do put on game shows now.
it is
College Humor.
yeah.
I think that's for they have a paid thing now too.
Yeah, they
and
have Dropout. It's doing
Dropout.
really well
Mm,
for them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that not a YouTube thing?
No, Dropout's where like they put like you can all of Dimension 20 is like on Dropout. It's
Mhm.
they paywall stuff like full series and things. And it's pretty high quality content. I mean.
On YouTube you can paywall stuff?
No, it's a
is
separate
their own
separate
service.
thing. Dropout
Oh,
TV.
okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys do Critical Role at all? Familiar with it?
I'm a fan of Critical.
Okay.
Well,
Like
I've
Chris-
watched a little.
Chris Lockey is like working on that. I think as their set photographer, but he started at Machinima.
I fucking
Like, I
know
think
that
he writes
guy.
for- yeah,
he's
yeah.
he's
Lockey.
the bald guy who
Yeah.
wore glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is cool.
Chris Lockey is rad. He's one of the nicest guys. Who was always
I see- I-
super.
He's on Inbox too.
super
I know. It
remember.
just
Ding,
makes
ding.
me so happy to just kind of like see
Yeah.
Schlatt just like he's
Be
lighting up
happy for
so
once.
well. Yeah, no, I mean
This
Schlatt's
is a once in a lifetime.
mean-
this is fucking Big Thursday,
This
man.
is Big Thursday.
Jeez.
baby.
trust me when I say when Schlatt landed off his plane, it was like a fucking cloud was falling on him the whole time. He was just
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I can't believe I had to fly." Actually, I think I already said this on the podcast. Like when Charlie and I showed up, Charlie hasn't seen Schlatt in like a year and a half, and the first thing he says is like, "My flight sucked."
Yeah.
And he had a cut on his face. So I was like, "Well, how'd you get a cut?" I got
Huge cut
Cat.
across my whole nose.
He's just cat and he
Mhm.
walks
it was
away.
still
across my whole
literally the
nose,
same
just
size as it is
up
now, but
from my forehead all the way down.
yeah,
Full
but
scar through
What,
the
but
eye.
the
Full
moment
scar.
that
Blinded one eye.
the moment that the Borif and Schlatt made the connection, the whole week changed around,
Yeah.
and Schlatt started, prancing around. He's
I
dancing.
was doing my funny dance.
He's
I mean,
doing his funny.
This whole week's
you
been
s-
super exciting. It's been so much fun having you guys here, and it's like no joke. You're the second person I've ever run into who has recognized me,
Well, I recognize you every day we
fucking
come in.
I
now.
but it tickles the hell out of me
Okay.
because literally
Right.
nobody
Don't
else
say
has
it
done
tickles
that.
the hell out of me, please. Don't
I
say that.
I enjoy it.
Come on,
Okay.
if
You
he's
can
some,
say
like
it's
think about
nice.
this.
Yeah,
think
the
about
recognition,
this.
It's nice.
it'll
Say
only
it
get you
tickles.
so
Don't say
far.
tickles.
Schlatt,
You don't like
think about the
tickles?
context here. I mean, he did
It's got him
9
buzzing,
years ago.
It's got him buzzing like a mink
Yeah.
whale, you know.
Yeah. Well, some of those videos helped my wife fall in love with me.
Really?
Yeah, because we were dating when those happened. So what would happen is I
She would watch him.
Is
yeah
your wife a Borfer?
She's a bit of a.
she was
That
once we got
sounds like
together.
more
yeah.
inappropriate than it should for some
know,
It
reason.
does.
And now his wife is just a Borif.
Actually, she's a hill.
She kept her last
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, because no one wants to be
no
a
one
Borif.
wants Borif.
What a weird
Yeah,
one
yeah.
to, yeah.
fair.
That's one
fair.
to
No,
die
I
on.
get
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I get that.
Mhm.
It's still a strong last name.
That's a hill to die on. Hey.
I think but
Go
I
ahead.
definitely could see how if like Hill could definitely be that's a
Yeah. It's
solid
mostly the trickiness
short.
on phone calls because people can never spell the last name, and
Right.
they also can't spell my first name because it's got a K in it.
Mm.
So on paper, I always get mistaken for a lady until I show up, and then people are like, "Oh,
And they say, oh my god, it's Borif. Yeah.
like oh, you're not a Christina." Okay.
Mm.
Chris Borif.
Mhm.
Chris Borif. Chris Borif.
Crisp Borif.
Chris Borif.
Rice Crispy.
Rice Borif.
This is some weird word association. Looking at.
Creamy Borf.
Cream of spinach.
Cream of Borf. Cream of Borif.
Creme Borflay.
Creme Borflay. Creme Blorflay.
I've never been more upset by my own name.
So okay, so you did Machinima.
hmm
It fell apart.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
were rioting in the office. There was things on fire. It was kind of like SpongeBob's brain in
Mhm.
that one episode. What else besides those things did you end up stealing? I'm
Oh, a
sure-
couple monitors.
A couple monitors. You stole some monitors.
I mean, they're cheap.
I guess
now.
I
there's
just
no
picture you running out with a box, the company going up in flames
I
behind
mean,
you.
it was a really disorganized company, so a lot of that stuff was sitting around getting busted in boxes.
What was the day like when you got when?
Oh,
How many people got fired that day that you got fired?
Oh man, I mean, I was in the third or fourth wave.
Wow, that's crazy.
They
the
cared
wave.
about the watermark.
Yeah.
They cared about the watermark
Yeah.
a lot.
Wasn't gonna
But
put a
yeah,
cell
I mean,
phone.
it was probably like, I don't know, like 16, 17 people. We were all sitting in there, and I knew it was going to happen. So I already had like Bioshock Infinite waiting to go at home, and I was like, I don't know what you guys doing for the rest of the
That's
day, but I know what I'm doing.
It was this was when that game came out.
Yeah.
I remember that game. That game
was-
I really liked that Bioshock.
I was subscribed to Game Informer around that time. I got the little like things in the
I-
mail. I was
I-
so
I
excited. I,
do-
didn't know the internet existed.
I do have a couple Game Informers as well. I don't know. The things about Game Informer, they're very fun to read.
This is making me very happy to talk about all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved getting those and reading through it, and like that was the only way I knew, right, what was happening.
Yeah, for me, it was PC Gamer. I was like a big PC Gamer fan. We actually
Yeah.
had like Rob Smith, who was like one of the editors for PC Gamer at Machinima for a while.
Are you
Oh,
a
very
PC guy?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I'll play anything, but yeah, PC mostly.
When did you get your first gaming PC? How old were you? And what year was it?
I was 5, and it was a Commodore 64.
A Commodore.
And it
wow.
would've been
Once
85.
if any context that Commodore comes with, you know it's an old computer. You know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit's like
Yeah.
Yeah, dungeon crawlers. I think that was the
dungeon.
That was a big one.
Was it like a text-based game?
No, it was a rip off of Gauntlet,
It's like the
From, like,
top-down
Australia.
four-player. I know
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
but it was like a
Wow.
one player because I was like a 5-year-old playing it. But I played the
course.
Alien game a lot, even though I couldn't read.
Like
it's a strategy game.
It was Alien in a lot
I
of ways.
love the movie Alien, but I didn't know how to read any of the stuff.
when do children normally learn how to read?
I think right around then. I was a little slow.
Why are you
Yeah.
offering
That's
this
okay,
up
Bora.
on Big
That's
Thursday of
alright.
all days?
I mean, it's big of me to
It is
offer
Big
up
Thursday.
my frailties.
that is true, and you're a strong man, Borif, and you've been this week has been awesome. I mean, Borif he's been dealing with a 3-camera setup. He dealt with
He's dealing with us.
Charlie's
Yep.
insanity when he decided he wanted to set up the
Dungeons and
You were,
D&D.
you were great. You were great on that. I
I'm
think
sure
I
that
won.
Charlie was running
Yeah.
around and maybe even frothing at the mouth. If
Oh,
I
he was
dare
great.
say.
We're gonna have to clean up that fogger later though, because like what happened is they took it back in the truck, and I forgot to tell him like keep that sucker upright, so they put it sideways. So
Is that not good?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of fogger juice all over the inside now, so we're gonna clean that up, and hopefully they never find out about it. But we'll see about it.
You say into the camera. Oh man, it's all right.
But
Damn.
yeah.
So now you're with Game Grumps.
Mm-hmm. Oh
What do you-
yeah.
What do you do here?
Oh well, I'm
More
the
than
production.
watermarks.
Yeah, way more than watermarks. Yeah. Came here from Harmontown. Basically, they hired me on to be the production coordinator, so I'm keeping their schedule going. I was keeping everybody going through COVID and all that. And now I'm kind of directing stuff here. So it's like I'm helping set up cameras and stuff like that. So it might keep going this way, or we might hire someone else to do some directing. We'll see what goes on.
Well, we think you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Thanks, fellas. Well, I think you guys are doing a great job.
Oh, well, thanks.
Yeah.
Whatever. Poor said we're doing a great job.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a very, very cool week thus far.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
we're essentially preparing for the final stretch of the week because it is Big Thursday, of course.
It's a big Thursday.
Big Thursday.
So we've got
Mhm.
we've got 2 other guests today, and then we've
Oh,
got
yeah.
3 on Friday, and then we've got 3, almost maybe 3 on Sunday.
Ah,
So
it's a lot.
Does Sark know where this went?
I've told him a couple times, and the only response he's had is like, "That thing is cursed." I do have his number though, so every once in a while I'll just text him a photo to be like, "Hey,
Oh,
Sark, what's up?
Hey, bud.
Remember this guy?"
Yeah.
Might text him a photo today with you holding it, just to
Oh,
like
yeah.
make sure he's
Yeah,
aware.
please.
Because he's got to get his butt in here. He's got to be on the show.
I
I
agree.
think
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. I'd like to get Sark
that
on,
would be my second favorite episode.
as opposed to this one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how Sark could ever top what Borov came in and did with that. That's like,
no, that's big.
I mean,
That's
Sark,
Big Thursday.
Sark himself is bigger than the spider. That's the thing. Like, he also
he's
is
just a big guy.
way taller on camera, like way taller in person than he is on camera.
How
Like,
tall is he?
oh my God, he is like 6 foot, like 5,
This is fucking
8.
ridiculous. Why is everyone
6'5'8".
I mean, I don't remember the exact size. I just remember every
if
time I
he's
talk to Sark.
6'8", that's insane. That's
Yeah.
a crazy height.
I mean, I'm 6 foot, and whenever I talk to Sark, I felt like I was talking to my dad because I had to look up like this. Also, he put out that vibe. He put that vibe out all the time.
Dad
Yeah, for
vibes.
real.
Mm-hmm.
He's almost 50.
Everybody who does this job is very tall.
except
tall.
me.
It's
So
a
there
big
is
charm.
dad vibes
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's an LA thing.
It's
Everybody
really
out here is
annoying.
just tall. It's weird.
It's because we eat
It's
our
really
Wheaties
fucking annoying.
on
Mm.
Big Thursday. We have the yeah, that actually brings up a good point. Borif, what are your Big Thursday resolutions?
That's a good question.
Well, how my people usually celebrate Big Thursday.
My
Your
people.
Hey, my
He's
people.
German.
Yeah, I'm German, and in the German tradition, we go and we
He's
get
big.
a nacho bel grande
Mm.
because it's big,
big.
Ah.
and you get the biggest Baja Blast possible because you also want to hate yourself a little bit because it's not just to get the biggest thing; it's to make the biggest mistake on the same day.
Oh,
Right.
that's
Big
a very, very
Thursday.
good point.
That's a very
It's
good
for
point.
big
Big
mistakes.
Thursday is for big mistakes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like
No, that's
Lent
true.
and Easter in the same day.
In fact, there was already a big mistake this morning. I mean, Schlatt almost got into a big accident.
I almost got into a big accident. I was pulling my Tesla rental out of our driveway. There was someone else who was also just like backing up, and
Mhm.
we almost got into a big accident.
Yeah, I mean, we honked
Yeah.
at him and he didn't stop. So I was
No.
just like,
He
this is
didn't
what's
stop
happening.
when you honked at him?
No, he was in
no,
like.
he kept going.
Well, he was in a big truck.
He was in a big
He
truck.
was in a big truck. He
So
couldn't see us.
Are you guys all driving Teslas right now?
No, he
I
rented
rent
he
one.
rented
Yeah,
a
totally.
Tesla.
I
All
rent
the
one
time.
every
I
time
drive a
I'm on my way.
2002 Toyota Tacoma.
I should
want to
drive
ask
two
you a
at
thing about
once.
the Tesla really bad.
Yeah,
Does
sure.
it still have the insane button in it?
The what?
The insane
What's the
button?
insane
I don't
button?
think there's an
There was a
insane
button you could press that would just make the thing go from like 0 to 60 in 10 seconds. And a friend of mine
that's very
like,
slow.
hit it.
0 to 60 in 10 seconds.
In like
That's
Yeah,
1
but-
second?
Well, it was very fast. It was like,
You mean the gas pedal?
it was enough
The
that I
gas
felt,
pedal, I think
yeah.
I think that's what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
but it's like a button he hit.
That was-
and
Look
it
at him,
like-
and it's
I-
the insane
I
button.
think that might have been in the Model S's. You
Okay.
can't find any of those on Turo, so I
Okay.
usually rent the SUV or the Model 3.
Okay.
But it's still quick.
I would try the
very
SUV
fast.
next time if you really want to give it another chance.
The allure is fading on me because I'd come out here and I'd rent a Tesla and it'd be this fun thing because I like driving the Teslas. I don't
Mhm.
like being in them.
Mm.
The interface is just too clean.
It's a little upsetting.
It's too minimal.
It's got that giant weird tablet in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You gotta
That's
look
your.
at
That's
it.
pretty much your only interface.
Yeah, that's the reason why I was thinking that Schlatt might like the Model S, because what's nice about the Model S is that it has
It's got a little screen behind.
it's
the
got a
wheel.
screen behind the
Yeah.
wheel, which I don't understand why Tesla doesn't think that people are going to want a screen behind the wheel, because it's like literally the same thing as like looking at your phone. If you're doing
Yeah.
Yeah.
that back
Yeah.
and forth thing, it doesn't make any sense.
I know.
And I think that Elon maybe doesn't understand the point of Big Thursday.
Well, Elon doesn't drive. He gets someone else to drive for him.
Are you sure?
I guarantee it.
I think they should
Mm.
just go classic with it. It's like back in the day, like when I was about your age. I think the big thing was that you drive around with those cars that would have the like TV in the back, and you just play porn on it on the
Those were-
highway. Just drive down the highway with porn playing.
I was
that was
actually
how it
with
used to
you
work.
up until a certain point.
Oh, I mean, you
Yeah.
guys don't do that where
I
you drive
watched
down
like
the highway
Land
with porn
Before
playing?
Time.
Well, it does have Twitch. The Tesla does have Twitch on it, so you could just go to just chatting now.
Oh yeah, you could do
And
hot tub
just
streamers.
Go
yeah,
to
yeah.
go to hot
Just-
tub zone,
Yeah.
Hot
and just play
tubs,
porn. if you want.
beaches.
I thought you.
I have
what
no
if
idea what the age group for this
ASMR?
podcast is.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
okay. I don't think any of us really do either.
The age group.
This is taking it all over the place. We've gone on a wild ride here today.
I don't know. I don't think that we've ever really cared about our age group in terms of like how we speak.
Why don't you tell them that, huh?
I don't think that we really care about our age group in terms of how we speak. We just speak what we think is funny, and you will accept it, audience.
That's a real Respawn vibe, actually. You guys remind me of that quite a bit.
really.
Yeah.
Is that,
Wait,
that
that's
feels like
like
a
a-
high compliment for you.
That's
yeah,
a pretty-
it's
that's a
big.
pretty
big
big
on Big
compliment.
Thursday.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Borif, I thought you were going to say for Big Thursday that you were going to go into the redwoods and light one of them on fire.
You know that the redwoods. I'm sure you're making a Respawn reference, but you know the redwoods are evolutionarily have
Don't
resistance.
tell me they don't light on fire.
No, they have resistance against fire. They said on like if California
Are
I'll
they-
fix that.
Wasn't there?
they-
there
There's
was
a
something
reason
that
why those
burns
things
up.
are like thousands of years old. Is that they've lived for that long is because